Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where I'll be doing technical analysis on big and mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit the like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, and you want to support and learn, definitely check out my link down below in the description for Patreon. And now, let's get right into it, guys. So, what the market did today, you can see Dow was absolutely flat, and the rally just did not hold. We got Nasdaq going down 0.5%. Then we have S&P going down 0.27%. Russell going down. It was up, I think, 1.5% this morning. Gave up all the gains, down 0.41%. 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. You can see, guys. I mean, we talked about it in the stock market update video last night that energy leading the way, that is not a good signal. And again, I mean, energy leading the way, so risk of type of move in the market. And look at right here, technology pretty much down here. Then you got consumer cyclical all the way down here. So that is a risk of move here in the market. And if the energy is going up, oil is going up, guess what? That's going to bring inflation back. Now, talking about inflation, I think, in my view, I mean, you can think and you can believe these numbers. These are cooked up numbers. And why? Because look at this. Uh, below expectation. That's why you saw, they were front running the market yesterday. It was green day before, but it was a slow grind up because all-time highs is just few bucks away. We're pretty much sitting at all-time highs, and this is what actually did the tricks today. Market again, was pushing higher, but it was trading above the upper Bollinger Band for past couple days. It did not hold, and this actually triggered that rally early morning. But obviously, I mean, you guys saw what happened later on. Gave up all those gains. Now, stock market map, what do we have here? Well, Microsoft going up still in the green. Broadcom, a big move today after going down past couple days, 3.38%. Nvidia down 0.79%. Apple taking a massive beating, down nearly 2%. Amazon 2, Google almost 1, Meta over 1. Tesla going flat after going up 3%. And we'll talk about why Tesla is down. And I actually traded Tesla today, but it's not a big position. It was fantastic, even though it was a smaller position. And a lot of these financial names are pretty much flat to down on the day. And now, because we have a big name that is going down, Apple, we need to talk about Apple. So let's get right into it, guys. Apple is down nearly 2%. So Apple, after that event, we actually got nothing out of that event. And it wasn't, nothing impressive anyways. But Apple is definitely consolidating inside this wedge type of pattern and looks like it's breaking down to the downside. But even though it's breaking down, I would say this is the only stock, especially when you look at big mega caps, that is actually down from all-time highs, over $60. Market going to all-time highs without Apple, that is a red flag itself. Then, let alone, you're not seeing Dow Jones going up, you're not seeing, small caps going up and hitting all-time highs, or not even close to that. But Nasdaq 100 flying, and who's giving that strength? Well, one big name, especially Nvidia, and then semis. That is where it's getting all those strength on Nasdaq 100 and just pressing even higher. But let's talk about Apple. Why I think that's a great opportunity, because yes, we can get a look below NFL as well. We did not get complete breakdown today, so Apple can come down a little bit more, maybe down to that 198 range, which is holding as of right now. But if that gives up, it can land down here at 193 to 194, lower Bollinger Band, and then 190. Now, again today, if you look at my screen, it was up early in the morning, right? Where did we get rejection? Well, from this 20-day moving average, 203, right here, 203 to 204. So that needs to break. If that breaks, we can head higher here. And I would say not even this trend line. I need to see Apple over 207. That's going to be a bullish breakout confirmation whenever that happens. But as of right now, we're pretty much breaking down to the downside. And like I said, I'm long here on Apple and we'll be buying even more if this thing dips again. And Who knows if it dips right down here again, guys? That's going to be a fantastic opportunity to buy shares or even, a longer term calls, because you're going to make money when this thing wakes up. And Apple going down does not mean that it's going to stay down here for too long. And people that are subscribed to my channel, you guys already know how many times in my channel I call this out. Even last one, when it was dipping right here and I was showing you guys the RSI was getting really oversold, what happened? We had a massive pop, and now we're just going pretty much back and forth and consolidating. So we'll see how that plays out. But Apple definitely, even if it's going down, I don't like to short a stock like Apple. Where on the other hand, some of the other names are definitely, can be shorted at this point, but Apple definitely not on the list, guys. On Tesla stock is absolutely flat on that day. Now, Tesla usually, a lot of people are really crazy about Tesla. Tesla, Nvidia, and why, I can say this because, I have this Patreon group and the Discord, the channel for almost a couple of years now. And, I do these call outs whenever I buy Tesla or even Nvidia. You just name it, you just put it out there, and people will just fly all over it. Like, they'll be all over it. But if you call out something like, let's say, McDonald's, nobody bothers. Who cares? Like, I called out a play today on LMT at 445. That thing is up 15 bucks already on that position, but nobody wants it. It's expensive, it's this, that. But Tesla, even if it's 5 grand a piece option, us retail traders, investors, we will buy it immediately. Now, what happened today? Well, definitely there was no buying from me. This morning I was looking at Tesla, and you can see this was that consolidation zone where we did a lot of trading here on Tesla, back and forth. And obviously now we went back up to close the gap. And what happened, guys? This is exactly here. Right at opening, I actually got 320 puts and pretty much went in the money. Unfortunately, because Tesla was all over the place, I didn't want to go big. Only bought 5 contracts, only five. You know, uh, wish that was like 50 or something. That would have been great. And these were weekly puts, and you can see, I mean, massive move to the downside. 322 came after shorting at 334 here, so that was a decent move. And especially if you're buying weekly, fantastic. So all these trade ideas and lots of swing trade ideas are available, guys. If you're serious about trading, definitely check out the link for Patreon. And especially if you're serious about trading. So if you're not serious, obviously that's not going to work for you, and you're just looking at a video or watching this and you think that that is something you want to do, possibly not something you want to do, unless you're serious about it. So Tesla here, you can see rejection here at 330, came back in. Now depends on what we do here. 330 breaks, and then this 20-day moving average, which is sitting right here at 336, then it can fly back up to the upside, possibly right up here around 350 plus, maybe even 362. But if this thing does not get that breakout over this, resistance right here, 330, you can come back and close this gap right here at 309.83. That's going to act as a support because we have 5-day moving average right here as well. And then the critical support at 300. On AMD, it's down 1.70%. So just like I said before, AMD almost touched 125, 124.47, almost was there. And it was trading way outside the Bollinger Band. So came back in, but it's actually holding around that 122 mark, just slightly below. So AMD definitely looking bullish. If this thing can hold over this 5-day moving average, which is sitting at 119, 120. So I would say 120 to 122, that is the level you want to watch. If this thing breaks below that, it can come down to 115.55, 20-day moving average, and then from there a dump off is possible down to 110. But the way this thing is looking, if we get that breakout over 125, it's definitely heading higher. And I mean, this is a big breakout. I mean, you can see from 76 now trading at almost 125, and I'm still holding a lot of shares of AMD, and I think there is more upside, but maybe not in the short term. So Netflix was up today 1.35%, and we got actually a pullback that I've been talking about it, but not really a big one. Only what, about $80, right? from 1262 came down to yesterday, what was that, 1180, and immediately went back up 40 bucks today at actually more than that, almost 50, 1228 today, and now trading well over 1200. You can see found support here and the 20-day moving average, and now it's actually just under 1228. So if that breaks, we're going back up to all-time highs again. If that don't break and we break, to the downside here on Netflix under 1200, that opens the door for a move down to 1163, and we'll see how that plays out. It's just getting a dead cat bounce today after 3 days of selling. We'll see how that holds up, if that can actually hold right here, the support at 1200. On Amazon, stock is down 2%. So Amazon was also trading outside the Bollinger Band, and the rejection happened right here at 216. We got slightly over that even yesterday and came back in. And now, if you look at my screen, trading below the 5-day moving average, which is sitting at 214 almost. So 212 key support, resistance will be at 214, 216, and then we can talk about more upside. Below 212, it can come down all the way down to 207 and then flat 200. On Google, stock is down 0.68%. Now, again, people that are subscribed to my channel, just like, I said, Apple, that is a great opportunity right now. That is the only stock I see, in my view, that has more upside than downside. Well, I was talking about this stock, and if you're subscribed to my channel, and you possibly made money if you're actually following me on YouTube and watching these videos, because even right here, I was talking about this, flag type of pattern playing out. And even before that, I think last maybe 3 weeks, I've been talking about it. Same thing, just like Apple, that this is the only stock I see beside, Apple, that has the potential for a move up to that gap. And boy, oh boy, did this thing deliver yesterday, guys. I sold all my calls, had a bunch of them, and it was over 75%. And these were long-term calls, not some, quick in and out weekly calls. And they paid because it was up all the way up. Even today, look at this, 182 almost today. And yesterday was right up here, 182 plus. And I think I sold pretty much near the top because I saw the gap getting filled and I got out. It was trading outside the Bollinger Band and still trading right here, right at this upper Bollinger Band. So going into tomorrow's session, if we get a back test of the support and the breakout 176, that might be an opportunity. As long as the support holds, you can play it back up to the upside. If this thing breaks over 181, it's heading higher. And don't forget about this massive gap on top, which at some point you're going to see Google making a big move right up here to close this gap. And it's been lagging behind for past couple months, I would say. So if this thing is going up, it's gonna go up in a good way, where you're not gonna see, pulling back anytime soon. But we're just getting started. We still have that bear flag type of pattern that is happening here on this weekly time frame. So keep that in mind, just because we got this move. And that's why I got out, because, it can go higher, don't get me wrong, but my target was right up here. And it did hit yesterday, so I got out. And now, just to see what it does next, it can hold over 176. If not, the next support right here at 173, 170. But if this thing remains over 176, watch out for the breakout over the resistance 181. On Microsoft, it's up 0.36%. So if you look at my screen, another brand new all-time high, 475.47. And from there, pulling back just a tiny bit, but still, again, closing at a new high. That is definitely bullish, but it's trading way outside the Bollinger Band here. And that is why we saw a bit of a pullback at the end. And you can see the momentum is not really there. We're just ping-ponging back and forth, and have not even retested after that breakout, that 465 range. We got close to it today. I was thinking about maybe playing some intraday calls here, but we never got there. Low for the day was like 470. So, I mean, what to buy here? Even though it was up like $5 from there, I didn't buy anything. So Microsoft on a breakout, if this thing holds that breakout over this 5-day moving average, which is at 471, it can push up to 486. 471 gives up 465, and then 461 20-day moving average, and then 455 gap fill reversal can also act as a support, 453.69 on Microsoft, which I think it's getting a bit frothy. So, soon or later, just like Netflix, you're going to see some sort of a retracement back down here on the stock. On Meta, it's down just over 1%. So again, over 700 pullback. Why? Because we're actually going outside the Bollinger Band, and there is no room here. So just pulling back, consolidating. We already got that big breakout over 682. Now, if this thing holds over, which is holding right here, 694 5-day moving average, well, definitely nothing stopping it from going all the way up to 713, 714, possibly up to 740 to retest previous all-time highs. We get a pullback, nice juicy pullback down to 682 that holds, maybe even 664. That would be even better if we get a pullback, and then you can play it back up to the upside, possibly back up to previous all-time highs, as long as these levels holds right here on Meta. On Nvidia stock, it's down 0.78%. So a lot of people are saying this is a double bottom. So what is this? This was double bottom here. I mean, and that's not me. I'm seeing a lot of posts on X. These people are calling this, double bottom. This is one bottom and this is another one. Then what is this right here? This was the double bottom here. We got the breakout. I mean, nowadays people post charts. There is this guy Jake on X. I mean, this guy was after Pepsi. Just keep saying 135, 135 for past couple days, and like I don't follow these people, but when you go on X and you try to look at other things, you know, just like YouTube, it will suggest these, that, this guy, that guy, and that's how I looked at it. And he was just going, nuts, like Pepsi. I think 135 this week, this week. Guess what happened today? Jake the Snake took Pepsi down. It came down, it was going really well up until he just kept going and going on X, posting these charts and saying that, oh, it's going to go to 135. 135. I see a lot of calls are coming in. Well, it broke down and came down to 129. You happy now? So, same type of people that don't know anything about charts. If this is a double bottom, this bottom, and this bottom, what was this? This was the double bottom. We had the neckline break and it went pushed higher and we got up to a brand new all-time high. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's how these people are, actually posting charts on X and even on YouTube, don't know anything, probably trading for last 3 4 years since pandemic. So don't just go and blindly follow anyone, even my stuff. I don't care. You can go and see them yourself, and you can Google it. I think it will do a better job. But this is not no double bottom here. What's taking place? It's a V. Look at this V-shaped recovery here on Nvidia, guys. It's struggling here at 144, pulling back and forth, ping-ponging right here. You can see past 3 days, 4 days, maybe even a week here. But is this trend line, this V-shape, sustainable? I don't think so. At some point, look at all these gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, countless gaps. It can come down, right? So what would that look like? Well, if you want to see Nvidia coming down, it needs to get under 136. That is breaking this trend line and then maybe coming down to 130, maybe even retest daily 200 SMA, because we're pretty far away from the daily 200 SMA since we broke out from that 200 SMA. To the upside, if it breaks over 144, well, nothing is stopping it. It can go back up to previous all-time highs. That is also a possibility. But I think as long as this thing grinds and goes higher, upside is getting limited. And as a matter of fact, the chart I saw, this is a double bottom, and the full measure move here on Nvidia, I think it was like 180 or 200 he's posting. So I mean, don't get crazy because of these things. Dip was here. You guys can go back and look at all those videos from April 4th and before and after. I was calling about the market not going to crash and let's just buy everything. I don't want to go and repeat myself. People that are subscribed, you already know there are a lot of dips that we bought and we sold and still making money on a lot of things. Now, is this the time because you saw and you think, not us, not me, or any one of you guys out there, that this is a double bottom and now it's going to 180? Absolutely not. No chasing, guys. That's not what we do here in my channel. I don't care if it goes to 200. There is no chase on Nvidia. Only we buy them dips on a pullback. And that is all I have for you guys. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated.